City lights shining slow, yeah. Radio glow on the dashboard light, wind in my hair on a midnight ride. Silver lanes running under the tires, every red light turning green tonight. Neon dancing across the glass, your old song drifting from the past. Some other rhythm pulls me back like a dream I almost. Street after street in the summer air, something about tonight feels rare. Every little sound in the beat makes my heart skip underneath. Under the city lights tonight, everything feels so right. Your voice riding through the sound like a melody I found. Ooh, under the city lights tonight, stars in the skyline bright. Every beat in the radio feels like somewhere I should go. Taxi headlights slide and fade, midnight colors on the freeway. Every corner looks the same, but the music calls my name. Storefront mirrors flashing gold, windows glowing soft and cold. Every echo in the street turns the night into a beat. Street after street in the summer air, something about tonight feels rare. Every little sound in the beat makes my heart skip underneath. Under the city lights tonight, everything feels so right. Your voice riding through the sound like a melody I found. Oh, under the city lights tonight, stars in the skyline bright. Every beat in the radio feels like somewhere I should go. Maybe it's the rhythm in the air, maybe it's the way you were there. Every memory starts to glow when the midnight speakers flow. I feel it in the sound, spinning slowly all around, like a dream I can't deny, floating through the city sky. Under the city lights tonight, everything feels so right. Your voice riding through the sound like a melody I found. Oh, under the city lights tonight, stars in the skyline bright. Every beat in the radio feels like somewhere I should go. City lights shining slow, radio playing soft and low. Driving where the rhythm goes. Neon slips over the crosswalk. Earbuds feel the station noise. A bus map shakes against the rail. My sneaker stops at painted arrows, then moves when the crowd turns green. Blue signs blink above the corner. Steam climbs from the food cart lid. The block keeps changing under me. Before I finish one thought, red to green, glass to steel. Names run bright along the walls. The night air cools my open hand. My face falls clean into the lights, and every signal feels arranged for me to pass right through. I keep my own speed through the city glow. Head down, lights long on the wet black street. Nothing wild, nothing loud, just the night opening where I walk. One more block, one more turn, and the whole dark starts to feel like mine. A paper cup rolls by the curb. Two taxis trade their yellow lines. My jacket sleeve catches the railing at the mouth of the underpass. Shop windows hold a moving blue. A train goes low beneath the street. The route I know by memory feels like mine. A store side. A bike bell cuts the corner. Cold air under the bridge. And I don't slow down. I keep my own speed through the city. Glow, head down, lights long on the wet, black street. Nothing wild, nothing loud, just the night opening where I walk. One more block, one more turn, the whole dark starts to feel like mine. Neon slips over the crosswalk. Golden City. Orange lights. Standing on this overpass above the street, watching cars pass by with orange windshields, long shadows stretching out across the concrete. The city is glowing in a sudden amber light. The rushing noise turns into a distant hum. Breathing in the heavy, warm evening air. All these fading lights filling up my eyes. A sudden wave of warmth in the busy crowd. All these fading lights filling up my eyes, letting the sunset wash over the noise. Tall buildings catching the very last rays, walking slowly while everyone hurries past, tracing the glowing lines down the avenue, just standing still as the colors softly change. The rushing noise turns into a distant hum. Breathing in the heavy, warm evening air. All these fading lights filling up my eyes. A sudden wave of warmth in the busy crowd. All these fading lights filling up my eyes, letting the sunset wash over the noise. Where is everybody going so fast today? I'll just pause right here and let time slip away, holding on to this brief shining gold. All these fading lights filling up my eyes. A sudden wave of warmth in the busy crowd. All these fading lights filling up my eyes, letting the sunset wash over the noise. up from the track, and every bright reflected wall makes the station feel exact before the doors arrive. Everything sharp, everything still, glass steel light, nothing spills. I step through the station like it was drawn in one line, and the silence fits the shape of it. The safety glass reflects my sleeve. A message board turns over slow. I shift one step beside the column and watch the tunnel stay unbroken. A coffee lit shines near the bench. A silver rail keeps back the dark. Even the waiting feels arranged like it belongs to the hour. My shoe by the yellow edge, a cold hum under the rail. The platform keeps its measured space, and every rider in the glow looks briefly part of the design before the train takes them in. Everything sharp, everything still, glass steel light, nothing spills. I step through the station like it was drawn in one line, and the silence fits the shape of it. Doors apart, a soft wind from the track. My hand finds the rail, and the whole place stays exact. Everything sharp, everything still, glass steel light, nothing spills. I step through the station like it was drawn in one line, and the silence fits the shape of it. Glass towers catch a tired sky. I stop below them before noon. Lunch carts line the widest street. My coffee sweats against my palm. The mirrored windows throw back clouds between the hard lines of the block. A tie clip flashes at the curb. A delivery bike cuts the lane. The whole uptown frame feels taller than what I'm carrying. One breath by the glass, one patch of sky enough. An office door size open slow. The elevator numbers climb. I stand beneath the building skin and watch the clouds slide through the pane. My shoulders drop before I know. The city gives me one thin pause, right in the middle of its noise, and I take all of it. Steel over my head, blue trapped in the glass. The rush doesn't leave, it only thins long enough for me to feel the air again. One breath by the glass, walking by with moving mouths, but I can't hear a single word they say. The cool night air is brushing past my face. Turning on the switch to block the world, stepping into my own quiet space. Walking through the loud and busy street, trapped inside a bubble made of sound. Walking through the loud and busy street, my feet are barely touching on the ground. Neon signs are flashing in the dark. Everyone is rushing to their home, but I am safely hidden in my song. Turning on the switch to block the world, stepping into my own quiet space. Walking through the loud and busy street, trapped inside a bubble made of sound. Walking through the loud and busy street, my feet are barely touching on the ground. A silent movie playing just for me. The city fades into a gentle blur. I'll keep on walking to my own slow beat. Walking through the loud and busy street, trapped inside a bubble made of sound. Walking through the loud and busy street, my feet are barely touching on the ground. Block it out, just my The dusty cord sits under the track. The carriage sways in minor light. My reflection floats in tunnel black, then fades beneath the station sun. A paper red curls at the edge. One shoe taps once against the floor. The whole train smells of metal sleep, and somebody My coat collar catches the wind. Autumn keeps close to the buildings. A bronze light climbs the avenue along the buttons of my coat. My shoes move dark across the curb, past restaurant glass and taxi glow. The air feels thinner after 9, a little cold above the neck. The whole city stands upright and asks the same of me. I keep going north, I keep the night in step. A bus stop ad shines amber white, leaves drag low against the grate. I pass one bar with muted brass and hear it spill onto the block. The windows hold a cleaner gold than what the sky has left behind. Autumn doesn't need a park to find me in this city. Cold against my throat, cool air under it. The avenue goes long and clear, and every block ahead of me feels deliberate, like a measured breath. I walk into the colder hour with both hands down and shoulders square. Street light on the lapel seam, late brass in the doorway glass. Nothing loud, nothing lost, just the city keeping pace with me. A leaf skids once, a cab cuts gold across the curb. My collar lifts in the wind, and the block opens up. I keep going north, I keep the night in step. I walk into the colder hour with both hands down and shoulders square. Street light on the lapel seam, late brass in the doorway glass. Silver rail by the station stairs, my coat slips light against my wrist. A timetable hums above the glass. I cross the square through colder air. The fountain keeps a quiet pulse. A hotel sign turns pale and blue. I do not hurry past your street, I only keep my step exact. No raised voice, just heels and stone. Your name ghost in beneath the wires. One block more, one cleaner breath, and the night falls back into its lines. Polite distance, blue on stone. sign behind a bar. I stopped once by the bridge rail edge and watched the river split the signs. A wristwatch catches passing white, and morning stirs above the door. What ended never needed noise, it only needed room to cool. No last word, just turning streets. The window glow grows less like ours. One more turn, one light chest, and the city keeps me facing forward. Polite distance, blue on stone, tramline hum and a thinning echo. No scene to keep, no hand to shake, just silver moving through my shoulders. Polite distance, I wear it well tonight. Station clock, 1:30, river wind along my sleeve. Your shadow leaves the polished glass. The square stays bright without us, and I stay bright enough to go. Polite distance, blue on stone, late night wires and a softer outline. No scene to keep, no hand to shake, just silver moving through my shoulders. Polite distance, I wear it well tonight. Polite distance, and the whole street lets me through. Tram doors gone, blue still on the curb.
The hallway shines like a gallery. White walls hold the footsteps back. A bell tone hangs above the floor. My bag strap cuts one clean line down. The polished rail catches the light. The corridor stays cool and wide. A frame reflection moves with me. Everything lands where it should. Nothing spills outside the line. Dry, be clean, turn base under the heel. The room is measured in bright steps, and every corner answers back with a smaller, clearer echo than the last one gave. I move through the day like a held-back rhythm. Clean floor, soft bell, measured light. Nothing overdrawn, nothing out of place, just the line of the room carrying me forward. Carrying me forward. A shadow falls along the wall. A silver plaque keeps still and cold. I pass one door, then one more door, and hear the beat sit under both. My sleeve skims past the metal rail. The window throws one white square down. Even the silence has a shape, and I step right through it. One more hallway, one more bright turn. I move through the day like a held-back rhythm. Clean floor, soft bell, measured light. Nothing overdrawn, nothing out of place, just the line of the room carrying me forward. Carrying me forward. City lights keep their own lane. The windshield gathers yellow lines. A red sign breaks across the hood. My hand sits loose upon the wheel. The road runs open after 10. An overpass slides overhead. The radio stays low and warm. The whole city looks farther out when I'm the only one moving. Glass in front of me, signals in a stream. The night goes by in level rows, and every light along the lanes feels closer than it should. From inside this quiet car, what am I chasing in this slow bright grid? If the road is already enough, if the lights keep flowing like they know my name, if the dark stays this gentle, what more would I ask of the night than one long turn and no one talking? A bridge reflection crosses twice along the side of the rearview glass. I stop beneath the silent red, then move again without a thought. A blue towel flickers in the rain. The median signs pass clean and low. Somewhere between two empty lanes, the whole night smooths out. Street after street, a glow under the dash. Nothing opens wide or breaks. The drive just keeps its measured line, and I keep settling in without a reason I can name. What am I chasing in this slow bright grid? If the road is already enough, if the lights keep flowing like they know my name, if the dark stays this gentle, what more would I ask of the night than one long turn and no one talking? I leave it unanswered. Dash like midnight lane. Headlights slide across the dash. A chorus guitar leans through the mix. The freeway signs go green and black. My hand keeps time upon the wheel. A warm synth hums beneath the seats. The lane lines flow in steady rows. The window keeps a little night. Nothing pushes at this hour. It only keeps me moving. Tail lights in a stream, low hum under the road. The dark doesn't ask for much from me. It only widens lane by lane till even the passing exits feel softer than the day did. The city goes by slow, and I let it pass the signs, past the quiet exits, past the part of me still holding on. The whole road lowers in a thought, and I stay inside that speed. A tunnel light climbs over glass. The rear view holds a softer stream. I pass a bus stop washed in blue, then lose it in the overpass. The rhythm stays below a whisper. The bass stays round and close. There's room enough inside the dark to think without pressing it. One red tail light, one low guitar bend. The road says almost nothing back, and every stripe along the lane keeps drawing me ahead without asking where I'm going. City goes by slow, and I let it pass the signs, past the quiet exits, past the that speed. A green sign lifts a bridge, shadow falls, the windshield keeps the rest wide and untroubled. The city goes by slow, and I let it pass the signs, past the quiet exits, past the part of me still holding on. The whole road goes in a thought, and I stay inside that speed. The platform closes and doesn't answer. The ad board blooms in violet white across the edge of empty track. My coat keeps one hand in the pocket, the other on the cold rail line. A train delay runs across the screen, then fades before I finish reading. The whole place shines too much to hide how quiet it is here. A bottle cap spins near the bench, the tunnel keeps a swallowed wind. My reflection hangs in the safety glass, then breaks when another rider passes. The city light comes blurred and far, like it belongs to someone else. The station holds me in full color and leaves the rest in distance. Glass tunnel sign, my breath against the night. Nothing touches me directly here. It only glows beside me and keeps the dark at arm's length. In the middle of all this light, I'm the only quiet thing. The platform shines, the tunnel hums, the city keeps its moving face, and I stay still inside the glow, like no one thought to look this far in. One carriage passes through without stopping, its windows bright as water, then gone again. In the middle of all this light, I am the only quiet thing. The platform shines, the tunnel hums, the city keeps its moving face, and I stay still inside the glow, like no one thought to look this far in. Elevator hum under neon. The windows won't stay still. The office glass keeps bending signs across the hallway after dark. A copier light blinks near the wall, then fades before the next one comes. My badge swings once against my coat. The carpet holds a softened step. The whole floor looks like a mirage built out of blue and chrome. Neon in the glass, blue cup sits by the sink. I stop beside the meeting room and watch the skyline smear itself. The elevator numbers rise and fall. My hand leaves warmth upon the pane. Some nights don't need an open road to make the world feel unreal. Steel in the frame, blue in the skin. The signs outside keep doubling back, and every mirrored wall I pass gives me a softer version. Blue on the office glass, blue where the night falls thin. The whole city wavers, and I stay inside the blur. Late for moving blue. Gold on the dash, I'm gone again. Taillights swim on the overpass. My fingers drum on the steering wheel. Street signs flash in the windshield curve. The radio shakes the leather seat. Brass cuts bright through the midnight blue. A lane line runs by my left knee. I catch your name in the rearview once, then let the city take it off. Red light, green light, the whole block turns on cue. Chrome in the mirror, a different face comes through. One more bridge, one more turn, and I can feel my pulse come back alive. Leave it in the rearview, leave it in the rearview. What stayed all day can fall behind, under the horns and the sodium light. Leave it in the rearview, I don't need to carry that home tonight. The glove box clicks on a sharp left turn. My jacket slips from the passenger side. Neon pours down the window edge and paints my hand in red and white. A billboard burns above the ramp. The bass walks low under my chest. What felt so stuck at 6:30 can't keep up with me now. Break, glow, brass hit, the avenue opens wide. Blue in the side glass, I let it pass me by. One more block, one more flame, and even the dark starts moving my way. Leave it in the rearview, leave it in the rearview. What stayed all day can fall behind, under the horns and the sodium light. Leave it in the rearview, I don't need to carry that home tonight. No sermon, no rescue, just a dash in the lane. Just a tire hum under me and the roof line lit like a stage. I press the gas through the last green sign, and the night gives back my name. Leave it in the rearview, leave it in the rearview. What stayed all day can fall behind, under the horns and the sodium The afternoon looks like old film stock, warm at the edge, worn in the middle. A bus stop bench keeps warmth and shine. The ticket stub ends in my book. I catch a shop sign through the glass, then lose it in a passing door. The whole block flickers in soft gold, like frames rubbed light at the corners. Some memories don't come back sharp, they come back with warmth first. Dust in the light, a small hum under it. The daily sepia on the wall, and every simple thing I pass feels older than it is in the gentlest way. It comes back warm before it comes back clear. A street, a sleep, a voice in the heat. Nothing perfect, nothing framed, just one soft scene after another, finding me where I am. A tremolo line from someone's car moves through the traffic and is gone. I trace a stain along my cup and watch the block turn film grain gold. A poster peels from off the pole, my shoe lifts dust beside the curb. The past doesn't ask to be believed, it only asks to pass through. Warm before clear, soft before close. One old scene still finding me. A yellow bus, a hand on the strap, a sun mark fading on the seat, and suddenly I know the hour. It comes back warm before it comes back clear. A street, a sleep, a voice in the heat. Nothing perfect, nothing framed, just one soft scene after another, finding me where I am.
spark flickers without rest, and every puddle near the lane keeps one my broken sign, long enough to catch me in it. The night writes on the concrete first, blue in the cracks, red on the rain. I don't need music louder than this. The signs are already singing. One wall wet rock under my feet, and the city turns electric with every color I step through. The doorway hums, my heel skids on the paint, neon pools at the crossing, then opens underneath. The night rides on the concrete first, blue in the cracks, red on the rain. I don't need music louder than this. The signs are already singing. One more wet rock under my feet, and the city turns electric with every color I step through.
Headlights scrape the garage wall. The shutter shakes above the lane. A drum beat kicks against the floor. Oil marks shine beneath my laces. The air tastes hot and close and bright. A parked car throws back broken white. My hoodie sticks along the neck. The whole night leans into the bass like it can't stay still. Concrete under the snare, heat under the roof. My hand knocks once against the rail. A red tail light cuts through the dark, and every sound comes sharpened before it hits my chest. Push ahead, don't look wide. Steel and sweat, spark and drive. Keep moving, keep moving. A paper span clings to skin. An empty can kicks by the tire. I cut between the loading posts and catch my breath beside the gate. The amps still ring behind the wall. A motor starts across the lot. There's nothing polished in this dark. That's why it feels alive. Garage air hat brim, my pulse inside the kick. The lane goes long beneath the lamps, and every rough edge of the block feels like it's built to throw me forward. Push ahead, don't look wide. Steel and sweat, spark and drive. Keep moving, keep moving. Gate chain, headlights on the floor. One last crash from inside, and I'm already gone. Push ahead, don't look wide. Steel and sweat, spark and drive. Keep moving, keep moving. The crossing starts before the light changes. sits in the block, even outside the museum doors. The curb paint stays unbroken white. My shoe stops square behind the line. A glass facade holds half the sky and half my shoulder in return. The city looks arranged from here like someone cleaned the noise away. White lines still breathe, glass catching morning blue. A cyclist waits beside the post, and every polished surface here seems to hold the day in place for one exact second. Crossing clean through the middle of it. White line, glass line, blue overhead. I don't need speed to move, I don't need sound to feel the pulse. The whole street sharpens under me, and I go with the order of it, like the city drew the step already. A bus that shines in muted green. I shift my weight from heel to toe. The polished doors behind me glow. The lane ahead stays spare and bright. A silver frame catches my sleeve. A taxi glides but never breaks. Some places make the day feel trimmed to only what it needs. Button light, soft break, clean square on the curb. Nothing rushed inside this block, and every signal facing me feels less like being told and more like being aligned. Crossing clean through the middle of it. White line, glass line, blue overhead. I don't need speed to move, I don't need sound to feel the pulse. The whole street sharpens under me, and I go with the order of it, like the city drew the step already. No rush here, just the signal, the glass, and the next exact step. Crossing clean through the middle of it. White line, glass line, blue overhead. I don't need speed to move, I don't need sound to feel the pulse. The whole street sharpens under me, and I go with the order of it, like the city drew this step already. Morning turns, the signal blue first. The crosswalk button cools my thumb. A clean breeze moves between the blocks. The traffic lights hold quiet color against the pale and open street. My shirt cuff lifts in the air. One cab glides by without a sound. The whole city feels rinsed and clear before the noise fills in. Blue on the glass, blue on the sign. The truth can be this simple too. No extra words, no bright disguise, just something clear enough to stay. When the light changes, I go with it. No second voice, no hidden turn, just clear air and the road ahead. A newsstand opens by the curb. Metal racks click into place. I pass one window catching the sky and see my face inside the blue. why, and I don't look back. When the light changes, I go with it. Past the glass, past the signs, past the clean blue on the morning walls. No grand vow, no heart reveal, just something clear enough to live inside.